devotees for today's Bhagavatam. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Narayanam Namaskrityam Naram Chaiva Narottamam Devim Saraswatim Vyasam Tatha Jayamudire Nashtaprayeshu Abhadreshu Nityam Bhagavata Sevaya Bhagavati Uttama Shloke Bhaktir Bhavati Naistiki. Hare Krishna. So we are continuing with this ninth chapter of the first canto regarding Bhīṣma Dev's prayers. And today we'll complete shloka number 22 and 23, which are very important shlokas. So I'll just read the shlokas once, and by that time maybe Mataji will join. Yeah, she has already joined, so she will unmute herself and then we'll continue. Yes, Mataji, you can.
तथा हरे कृष्ण प्रणाम तथा अपि एकांत भक्तेषु
तथापि एकांत भक्तेषु
पश्य भूप अनुकंपितम्
पश्य भूप अनुकंपितम्
यत् मे असूनः त्यजतः साक्षात्
यन्मे असुंस त्यजतः साक्षात्
कृष्णः दर्शनम् आगतः
कृष्णः दर्शनम् आगतः
भक्त्या अवश्य मनः यस्मिन्
भक्त्यः अवश्य मनः यस्मिन्
वाचा यत् नाम कीर्तयन्
वाचा यत् नाम कीर्तयन्
त्यजन् कलेवरं योगी
त्यजन् कलेवरं योगी
मुच्यते काम कर्मभिः
मुच्यते काम कर्मभिः
तथापि एकांत भक्तेषु
तथापि एकांत भक्तेषु
पश्य भूप अनुकंपितम्
पश्य भूप अनुकंपितम्
यत् मे असुन तेजतः साक्षात्
यत् मे असुन त्यजतः साक्षात्
कृष्णः दर्शनम् आगतः
कृष्णः दर्शनम् आगतः
भक्त्या अवश्य मनः यस्मिन्
भक्त्या अवेश्य मनः यस्मिन्
वाचा यत् नाम कीर्तयन्
वाचा यत् नाम कीर्तयन्
त्यजन् कलेवरं योगी
त्यजन् कलेवरं योगी
तते काम कर्मभिः
मुच्यते काम कर्मभिः
भी एकांत भक्तेषु पश्य भूप अनुकंपितम् यत् मे असुन तेजतः साक्षात् कृष्ण दर्शनम् आगतः भक्त्या अवश्य मनः यस्मिन् वाचा यत् नाम कीर्तयन् त्यजन् कलेवरं योगी मुच्यते काम कर्मभिः। हरे कृष्ण।
तथापि एकांत भक्तेषु पश्य भूपा अनुकंपितं यन्मे संसत्य अजतः साक्षात् कृष्ण दर्शनम् आगतः भक्त्या आवेश्य मनः यस्मिन् वाचा यत् नाम कीर्तयन् त्यजन् कलेवरं योगी मुच्यते काम कर्मभिः। पूनम माता जी।
हरे कृष्ण प्रभु जी।
हरे कृष्ण।
तथा अपि एकांत भक्तेषु पश्य भूप अनुकंपितम् यत् मे असुं त्यजते साक्षात् कृष्णो दर्शनम् आगतः भक्त्या आवेश मनो यस्मिन् वाचा यत् नाम कीर्तयन् त्यजन् कलेवरं योगी मुच्यते काम कर्मभिः।
हरे कृष्ण। श्रीधर प्रभु जी। हरे कृष्ण। प्लीज रीड।
तथापि एकांत भक्तेषु पश्य भूवानुकंपितं Yenme sumya tejaha sakshat Krishno darshanam agataha. Bhaktya vesya mano yasmin vachayan nama kirtayan tyajan kalevaram yogi mukte kama karma bihi. Hare Krishna. Dandavata pranam.
According to Sanskrit, tathapi ekanta bhakteshu asya bhupa anukampitam yat me asun tyajata sakshat Krishna darshanam agatah bhaktya avishyamana yasmin vacha yat nama kirtayan tyajan kalevaram yogi uchyate kama karma bhi. Translation and purport by the Srila Prabhupada. Jagat Guru Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Yet, despite his being equally kind to everyone, he has graciously come before me while I am ending my life. For I am his unflinching servitor, the personality of Godhead, who appears in the mind of the devotee by attentive devotion and meditation and by chanting of the holy name, releases the devotee from the bondage of fruitive activities at the time of his quitting the material body. Purport by the Srila Prabhupada, Jagat Guru Srila Prabhupada Jai. Supreme Lord, the absolute personality of Godhead, Sri Krishna, equal to everyone, is still more inclined to his unflinching devotee, who is completely surrendered and knows no one else as its protector and master. Having unflinching faith in the Supreme Lord as one's protector, friend, and master is the natural condition of eternal life. A living entity is so made by the will of the Almighty that he is most happy when placing himself in a condition of absolute dependence. The opposite tendency is the cause of fall down. The living entity has this tendency of falling down by dint of identifying himself as fully independent to lord it over the material world. The root cause of all troubles is there in false egotism. One must draw toward the Lord in all circumstances. The appearance of Lord Krishna at the deathbed of Bhīṣma is due to his being an unflinching devotee of the Lord. Arjuna had some bodily relation with Bhīṣma because the Lord happened to be his eternal cousin, but Bhīṣma had no such bodily relation. Therefore, the cause of attraction was due to the intimate relation of the soul. Yet, because the relation of the body is very pleasing and natural, the Lord is more pleased when he is addressed as the son of Maharaj Narad. Maharaj Nanda, the son of Yoda, the lover of Radharani. This affinity by bodily relation with the Lord is another feature of reciprocating loving service with the Lord. Bhīṣma is conscious of this sweetness of transcendental humor, and therefore he likes to address the Lord as Vijay Sakhe, Partha Sakhe, etc. Exactly like Nanda Nandan or Yashoda Nandan. The best way to establish a relation in transcendental sweetness is to approach him through these recognized devotees. One should not try to establish the relation directly. There must be a via media which is transparent and competent to lead us to the right path. Yoga means concentration of the mind detached from all other subject matter, and actually such concentration is samadhi or 100% engagement in the service of the Lord. And one who concentrates his attention in that manner is called a yogi. Such a yogi, devotee of the Lord, engages himself 24 hours daily in the servitor of Lord, so that his whole attention is engrossed with the thoughts of the Lord in ninefold devotional service, namely hearing, chanting, remembering, worshipping, praying, becoming a volunteer servant, carrying out orders, establishing a friendly relationship, or offering all that one may possess in the service of the Lord. By such practice of yoga or linking up in the Lord, one is recognized by the Lord himself, as it is explained in the Bhagavad Gita concerning the highest perfectional stage of Samadhi. The Lord calls such a rare devotee the best amongst all the yogis. Such a perfect yogi is enabled by the divine grace of the Lord to concentrate his mind upon the Lord with a perfect sense of consciousness, and thus by chanting his holy name. Before quitting the body, the yogi is at once transferred by the internal energy of the Lord to one of the eternal planets where there is no questions of material life and its compete concomitant factors. In material existence, a living being has to endure the material conditions of threefold miseries, life after life, according to his creative work. Such material life is produced by material desires only. Devotional service to the Lord does not kill the natural desires of the living being, but they are applied in the right cause of devotional service. This qualifies the desire to be transferred to the spiritual sky. General Bhīṣma is referring to a particular type of yoga called Bhakti Yoga, and he was fortunate enough to have the Lord directly in his presence before he quitted his material body. He is therefore desired that the Lord stay before his view on the following verses. Om Jnana-timirandasya Jnananjana Shalakaya Chakshurmilitam Ena Tasmai Sri Gurave Namah Sri Chaitanya Manobhishtam Sthapitam Ena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kadamaya Dadati Swapadantikam Vandeham Sri Guroho Sri Yuttapada Kamalam Sri Gurun Vaishnavancha Sri Rupam Sagrajatam Sagana Raghunathan Vittam Sajivam Sadvaitam Savadutam Parijana Saitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Sri Radha Krishna Padan Sagana Lalita Sri Vishakhanvitancha Namo Om Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prishtaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swami Niti Namine Namaste Saraswate Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Paschata Deshatarine Vancha Kalpatarubhecha Krupa Sindhube Evacha Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namah Jai Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Sri Advaita Gadadhara Sri Vasadi Gaur Bhakta Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna. In shloka number 22 and 23, we try to understand about the opinion which given the Bhīṣma Deva, how they glorify the Lord Krishna, and again they told about who is the yogi, how his symptoms, all these are described. Prabhuji will tell us in detail. Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna.
Hare Hare Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna. So very wonderful shloka on a very wonderful day. And it starts with an assurance that Krishna is equal to everyone. He is equally kind to everyone. So, if we had even slightest of say doubts that maybe we had been very bad in our previous births or even in this birth before getting the mercy of the devotees, We have to remember what Krishna has said. Samoham sarvabhuteshu na me dveshyasti na priya ye bhajante tu mam bhaktya mai teteshu cha piyaham. I envy no one, nor am I partial to anyone. I'm equal to all. But whoever renders service unto me in devotion is a friend, is in me, and I'm also a friend to him. And this is exactly what Bhīṣma Devi is saying here in this shloka. In fact, he is saying that Krishna is so gracious that he has come before him while he was going to leave his body. And why did he come? Because Bhīṣma Dev was unflinching servitor of Krishna. And that is what Krishna always says. That if you are an unflinching devotee, then Krishna is more favorable to him. And what does an unflinching devotee means? One who is completely surrendered, who knows no one else as the protector or master, who has full faith, which is not getting disturbed by anything, who knows that only Krishna can be the protector, only Krishna can be the friend, only Krishna can be the master, because this is the natural condition of eternal life, to know that Krishna is protector, friend, and master, KFM. And so, living entity is made in such a way by Lord that he is very happy, in fact, when he is completely dependent upon Krishna. But the moment someone tries to be independent, misidentifies himself as independent, and tries to lord over the material world, down, yes, fall down. This false ego becomes the root cause of so many troubles which keep on coming. One after another, one after another. And we feel, oh, so many bad things are happening to me. Why? Because ego. You misidentified yourself as independent, and now you are saying that you are being troubled. But this is material world. So what is required is we must draw towards Lord in all circumstances. Now here one thing becomes very, very peculiar. Like why Krishna has come before Bhīṣma Dev. We can understand that Krishna became a charioteer for Arjuna because there was some relationship with him. He was the maternal cousin. But for Bhīṣma Dev, there was no such relationship. So what made him come there was the attraction due to the intimate relationship of the soul. Actually, bodily relationships, they're very pleasing, natural. And that is why Krishna becomes very pleased when he's addressed as, say, Nanda Nandana or Yashoda Nandana or Radhapate. But then, that is one more, what I'll say, feature in which we can have a loving service to the Lord. Vishwadev knows all these things. He is conscious of this sweetness. And so he most of the times addresses Krishna as Vijaya Sakhe, Partha Sakhe. Just like we call Nanda Nandana and Yashodananda. So what is Vijaya Sakhe? Vijaya Sakhe means Sakhe is friend, friend of Vijaya. And who is Vijaya? Arjuna. Why? Because he was naturally not being defeated in any of the wars he was taking. So his another name is Vijaya, and Krishna is the friend of Vijaya. That is why Vijaya Sakhe. Or Partha Sakhe. Who is Partha? Again Arjuna. So friend of Arjuna. And why Partha? Because he is the son of Prutha. So just look at the sweetness which gets generated. But then we are very fallen. We cannot get into this transcendental sweetness directly. So what is the best way? That we approach Krishna through his recognized devotees like Bhīṣma Dev, like Guru Maharaj, like Srila Prabhupada. So we should never try to establish relationship directly with Krishna, that he is my child or I am his child. No, there has to be a medium which is transparent and competent to lead us to the right path. Otherwise, Maya can attack any time. We can have ego any time, and we'll have the same fall down because of which we came here in this material world. And that is why remembering Krishna in appropriate manner under the directions and guidance of a bona fide spiritual master is very, very important. So how do I have Krishna with me? So Krishna can appear in front of us. The very first way he appears is he appears in the dream. And then after that experience, we can have direct experience wherein we can see Krishna in our heart. And then if we are very purified, then Krishna can actually come in front of us as well. Just like he came in front of Pundalik. When he was serving his parents, Krishna came. And what Pundalik did is, he just threw the brick and said, I'm serving my parents, you stand on this brick. And see, Krishna is still landing as it is in Pandharpur. Ubha Vitevari Gopala Vaja. So Krishna appears in the mind of devotees. And how? When he is showing attentive devotion, meditation, and chanting of the holy name. So these three are the prerequisites. So if we want Krishna to appear in our mind, then we have to have three things: attentive devotion, meditation, and chanting of the holy name. And the moment this happens, Krishna releases us from the bondage of fruitive activities when we are quitting the material body. So actually, yoga means concentration of the mind detached from all subject matter. Such concentration ideally is samadhi. Ideally means 100% engagement only in the service of the Lord. And one who is able to concentrate his attention in this way is actually an yogi. So a devotee who is a yogi of the Lord is 24 hours engaging himself in the service of the Lord. So the whole attention is always engrossed with the thoughts of the Lord. So you can be doing any of the Navida bhaktis: hearing, chanting, remembering, worshipping, praying, becoming voluntary servant, carrying out orders, establishing friendly relationships, or offering everything that one may possess in the service of the Lord. Navida bhakti. And when someone does such practice of yoga, links up in service of the Lord, he is recognized by the Lord. And this is something which is explained in Bhagavad Gita, because this is the highest perfectional stage of yoga. In fact, Arjuna had inquired Krishna, "Oh Krishna, what is the destination of the unsuccessful transcendentalist who in the beginning takes the process of self-realization with faith, but who later desists due to worldly mindedness and does not attain perfection in mysticism?" Arjuna uvacha ayati shraddhayo apeto yoga chalit manasa aprapya yoga sansiddhim kagatim Krishna gacchati. So this was a very important question, and Krishna answered, don't worry. He will not have a complete fall down. He'll be given a chance. Because you have to finally complete this yoga ladder. And what is the highest of the yoga ladder? That is Bhakti Yoga. So a perfect yogi gets enabled by the grace of the Lord, due to which throughout any time the mind can be concentrated upon Lord. And that person can chant the holy name of the Lord when he's quitting the body. And then immediately the internal energy of the Lord transfers the body, transfers the living entity to the eternal planets, where there is no material life, no concomitant factors. Because in material life, you are suffering the threefold miseries, life after life, because of fruitive work. And that is getting desired because of the material desires. So what devotional service does is, it does not kill the natural desires. It makes them to be applied in the right cause of devotional service. So Bhīṣma is referring to this Bhakti Yoga. And he was fortunate to have the Lord directly in his presence before he quitted his material body. And so he was rest assured that he will not be getting involved into the material world anytime again. Because Krishna has promised in 8th chapter of Bhagavad Gita in 5th shloka, Antakale cha mameva smaran muktva kalevanam yaprayati samadbhavam yati nasti atra samshayah. And whoever at the end of his life quits his body, remembering me alone, at once attains my nature. Of this, there is no doubt. Now, here we need to remember one important aspect. The Supreme Lord is purest of the pure, Shuddhatama Shuddha. So, anyone who is constantly Krishna conscious also becomes purest of the pure. In this shloka, Smaran, remembering is important. Remembrance of Krishna is not possible for the impure soul if there is no practice of Krishna consciousness in devotional service. So we should practice Krishna consciousness from the very beginning of life, as soon as we take birth in this material world. But maybe we were not that fortunate to get it earlier. But whenever we have got, we should take it up more strongly. And we try to overcome whatever last period of our life we missed out being in Krishna's service. So we do more service, double, triple of what we can ideally do. So if you want to achieve the success at the end of life, the process of remembering Krishna is essential. And for that, we should constantly, incessantly chant the Mahamantra. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Ram Rama, Hare Hare. Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu has advised us that we should be very, very tolerant. Like a tree, Dharorapi Sayishnuna. There can be so many impediments for someone who is chanting the Hare Krishna Mahamantra. But nonetheless, tolerating all these impediments, one should continue to chant the Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. So that at the end of one's life, one can have the full benefit of Krishna consciousness. Because the moment we start chanting, there is natural cleansing of the heart. Cheto darpana marjanam. Because finally Krishna is going to appear in our heart. And that will also be swayameva smurteva adaha. But that mercy of Lord can be achieved only if you have become purified. And the water, the detergent, the soap to purify us, to remove the stains of our sinful activities is the Hare Krishna Mahamantra. So you should take to this very strongly, especially in this Kartik month, which is a month of sale of Krishna's mercy. Whatever we do, we get 1,000 times the benefit. So if you are chanting one round, we get the benefit of 1,000 rounds. And that is why in Kartik month we chant more and more, more and more, more and more, and more. Like Krishna said when he appeared in the form of Govardhan, I want more. So you should chant more. And by chanting more, you'll understand the equanimity of Krishna, the graciousness of Krishna, and have the opportunity of his appearance in the mind because of our attentive devotion, meditation, and chanting of the holy name. Hare Krishna.